501 registrations. Yeah, hi. Welcome to Industrial Automation webinar. Good evening, everyone. Yes, I'm live. Good evening, everyone. Welcome all. Welcome, everyone. Yeah, hi. Good evening, all. Roshan, Shivaram, Mani IAS, Tushar, Dhanush. Yeah, welcome. Yes. So hope everyone is now joining into live webinar room. So welcome whoever joining now. Everyone, welcome to the room. Live webinar, industrial automation. Yeah. Let's wait for 2 minutes so that people are now joining into the room. We just made live. So now everyone is joining. So let's wait 2 minutes or a minute. We'll see and we'll start the session for the day. So hope my audio and video is clear. If my AV is clear, please type AV is clear. Please type out in the chat box AV is clear so that I can understand my audio and my video is clear to everyone. Please type out AV clear so that I can understand AV clear to everyone. Yeah, AV is clear. Thank you. Thanks, everyone. So the basic ground rule is if you people are facing any challenge with my audio and my video or presentation or any files if I'm sharing, please type out in the chat box because we may not give access to speak everyone because it is going to be create some disturbance. So let's put your queries or your concerns in the chat box saying that audio is not clear or video is not clear or presentation is not clear or voice is stuck, something like that, so that our team is also there. They can look into it and we can give reply time to time. Yeah. So welcome everyone. Welcome to the room. Uh, Welcome to Industrial Automation webinar, uh, powered by MKR Industrial Automation and Services Private Limited, supported by Siemens. Yeah, AV is clear. Yes. So, yeah. Yes, people are still joining. Good. Welcome. Those of you just joining, welcome everyone. Okay. So, before starting session, I will see one thing. Before starting session, I want to tell you, we are going to make this webinar as a two-way communication and interactive session. So it is not like one man speaking with all the people, and it should be like one to. It should not be one to many. It's like with everyone we have to coordinate. So that is our objective. So we'll try to make the session more interactive and more technical one so that you people can discuss something about technical parameters over here. So yeah, before starting, we just want to know the type of people present in this room and from which resource they found us. So we have created small polls whereby we start the interactive session. Yeah. So now I'm starting the poll. What you need to do is when I press the poll here, then in your chat box, you are going to get the poll. So you need to answer. See, example, I'll tell you. my first poll is, how do you know about this webinar? This is one poll we have created only to interactive, to make interactive. So how do you know about this webinar? Option 1 email, option 2 social media, option 3 friends, option 4 others. So I'm now starting the poll. You will get this poll in your chat box. Just type your answer there. So I'm started this poll and I'm published. So hope you people got the poll in your chat box. Please type out answer so that I can tell you the result. Yeah. So yes, people are responding. I'm getting response over here. Social media seems to be much high. Of course, friends percentage, email percentage is second stage. Yeah, done. So we are getting poll results. I'll just end the poll and I'll just tell you the feedback so that you people also can understand from which source people are here in this room. Yeah, we have social media people, 74% in this room, 13% email, 10% friends, and 2% others. Yes. So this we understood from where we all are came here. Then I'm just ending my poll. I don't want to take much time here. Thank you. Thanks everyone. Yeah, my poll is end. Reset. Yes. So a small thing. How many are you from industry background and how many are you from academics background? So we just want to know people in the room are from academics, are from industry background. So this is another poll, a small one. You just type out only any one answer. I think in the chat box we received how many are you from industry background and academic background. If you are from industry, any manufacturing company, you can type out industry. If you are from any college, academics, then you can type out academics. Yeah. So thanks for active participation. Hope everyone is typing so that our graph is fluctuating like anything. Thanks everyone. You need not to type it in chat box. You just select that. Some people are typing in the chat box, so they need not to type here. They just click the button which category they fall. Okay, so we understood industry people are more here. They are almost 60%, 62%, and these people are below 40. So academics are below 40. So our industry peoples are more here in this webinar. So thank you. Our main motive is also of this webinar. We want to send more information to the industry people. Of course, we want to give some knowledge to the academics also. So both way it is beneficial. Now we'll choose our industry presentation. So thanks everyone. And thanks for your polls. And now we enter into session. Now I'm starting my presentation. So those of you just joining, welcome everyone. Welcome to the webinar on industrial automation. Yeah, I'm just starting my presentation. I'm just getting back to the slides. Just I'm coming back. Yeah, if anyone is not clear with my AV, they can post in the chat box so that I can understand. I'm just starting my presentation. I'm just opening the slide. Yeah, I'm just done with. Now you can check your screen. Yep. So hope you people are clear with my presentation. I'll just set my yeah. Hope this is clear. So if you people are able to see my presentation, please type PPT or presentation okay, however it is. I'll just end this poll. Yeah. I have ended the poll, and I am now back to presentation slide. So people, are you clear with presentation? Yes, PPT, right. So perfect. Thank you. Thanks for your response. A quick response. Now I'm moving on my slides. Yeah. So welcome to MKR Industrial Automation and Services Private Limited. We are an automation company. We are the system integrators. We provide automation solutions to all type of industrial segments. Yeah. I just want to introduce myself as a presenter. So, and also I can cover my company here so that both can be covered at one place. You people understand with whom we are joined in this session today and what we are going to learn also we are going to share in the next slide. So first of all, my name is Mallikarjun Rao Boinpalli. People call me as MKR, is my short name. And I have born and brought up in Hyderabad. I'm completed my diploma and I'm completed my graduation in electrical and electronics engineering from Hyderabad. And I've started my career in the year of 2008. If you yeah. So yes. So I've started my career in 2008. A company called Schneider Electric. The Schneider Electric brand system integrator called Prolog Systems and Services. I have joined there, and there I have learned about this automation industries, basics products, what is meant by electrical, electronics, instrumentation, automation, and all about this. And I've learned what is the market, where this automation is applicable, and how the solutions are being provided. Then after that, I joined in 2010. I joined a company called Cotmac Electronics Private Limited, which is Siemens System Integrator, India's #1 Siemens System Integrator. There I have enhanced my knowledge on the automation, clients, projects, industries. Of course, I have also built my network here, so it helps me a lot for building network and all. So then after 2010, I realized I have to start my own company. Then 2012, we have started MKR Industrial Automation and Services Private Limited, so which was incorporated in 2012. So what I thought, rest of the things in the future, I can learn in own my company by means and by resources and by experiences what I have had all this area in my career. So 2012 we have started both automation activity as well as we have started our training activity also, because what we believe, what I faced from the beginning, so there is huge gap between industry and academics. So because whoever completed this core, any electrical, mechanical, instrumentation, automation, or mechatronics, electronics, so people whoever did this graduation courses, after completion of graduation they don't know how much scope they have into industry. So I was the best example. So I thought, okay, we should also contribute in creating some information and contribute to the people, towards people, to educate and to motivate them. Means, and to get awareness. It is not motivation, education, and creating awareness. So then, yeah, 2000 after 2012, we started this activity, and we have done a first year turnover of 60 lakhs INR, and then every year we were having 30 to 40% growth in a consistent way. So in 2016, my first turning point was 2012, and 2016 we have started one more activity, Edit Future Initiatives, which was a downfall company, which was a startup. So we went into downfall, we went into debts. So there we also learned many things out of our experiences. And then this was one more turning point. Then 2018 we have started, during a part of strategic growth, we have started one more company called Vedan Infra and Projects Private Limited, which is a manufacturing entity, so which focus on aluminum formwork, which focus more on aluminum formwork, and it falls into building and construction segment. So we want to be in manufacturing, so we have started this activity, and we are running fine. So 2020, if you take current year, so we had generated a revenue around 5.2 crores altogether companies. So now, apart from that, in training, what was our achievements? We have trained 200 students in a year, which is classroom trainings, and we have been helping them in educating and awareness. Then, So we recently we have started, we have completed almost 1,000 students training classroom, and we have been delivered our knowledge and our technical content more than 10,000 students by means of workshops, demos, and all. So our future goal is like we have to be number one in this system integrator level, which should be comparable to MNC stage. So for which we need to achieve 500 crores revenue in the near future. So we are much confident, and I'm very much thankful to my team and my family and clients, of course, principals. So all these people, with their support, we are able to grow to the next levels. So these are all about our companies and my introduction. Now I'm moving to automation slide. Yeah. So before going to slides, I just want to tell you what are all the things we are going to cover in this webinar, and you can get some idea on the content what you can cover here. So see, we are going to talk something about introduction on industrial automation for those who are new, and products and features. We are going to show some live products. We bought some live things here because we being a company, we can show you some live things, and we can talk something about applications, so we can correlate how these products are used, needs and demands, potentials and market analysis. Why should we enhance our knowledge and skills? This is also one more area where we want to put some light, and our offerings, other benefits, and our credentials. Yeah. Now, so what is meant by automation? So automation, I just want to give a basic definition for the people who are new in this room. So not for the people who are experienced. So automation is derived from Greek word auto and metos. Means it is like self-moving. Automation is basic definition is self-moving. So delegation of human control function to technical equipment to achieve higher productivity, quality, fast, safe, and security. So these are the main concerns of automation. Now, moving to types of automations. What are the types of automations are there? So there is home automation, there is building automation, there is industrial automation. In home automation, we people know we can control access control, lighting control, and your gates, doors, all these controls we can do in home automation, and of course CCTV surveillance. So building automation also similar, but apart from all these controls, we also control their HVAC, heating, ventilation, air conditioning. So this is a one more prime area, and BMS, building management system. So we are going to control entire floor on off controls, everything and all. So this is all about building automation. Now coming to industrial automation, we do machine automation, we do process automation, we do R&D and other areas. Yeah. So what are the main benefits of industrial automation to an industry? Now, the topic is like, see, the main benefits when you do any industry, when you go to, when you do industrial automation, means when you provide some automation solution to the industry, their production is going to increase, their quality is going to increase, their the control will become more ease, and your safety and security also obviously will increase. And the other benefits are like power, they can reduce their manpower, they can reduce their energy consumptions, and they can reduce their project time and raw materials. So these are the major benefits to industry when they go for automation. Yeah. History of automation, those who are new. See, earlier it was manual control in 18th century. Then in 19th century, from manual to we came to relay logic. Relay logic is like independent hardware control. So you have to use all contactors, switchgear, relays, and all to make your circuit running or to perform any actions. So then 20th century is programmable logic controllers. Now we are at logic controllers. So we are going to discuss what about this. Yeah. So what are the main automation products? If you ask me what are the main automation, you are talking about automation, but from which you are going to make automation. So these are the products, or these are the topics we are going to discuss here. Now, one of the area is PLC, programmable logic controller, HMI, human machine interface, SCADA, supervisory control and data equation, VFD, DCS, and servo. So these are the main products which help us to make automation. Now we'll see what is PLC. See, PLC is a programmable logic controller. This is one of the PLC we wanted to show. This is from Siemens. Yeah. Before telling this topic about Siemens, I just want to introduce all of you to the team Siemens. So if you can see in chat box, we have this particular webinar is conducted by MKR Industrial Automation and Services Private Limited, from Hyderabad, and we have supporting team. This webinar is supported by Siemens, brand called Siemens. The Siemens Hyderabad branch is supporting us for all their technical stuff. So we have Mr. Ram Sagar here in the room from Siemens Hyderabad office. He takes care of drives, and we have Mr. Pavan in this room. He takes care of automation and SCADA and all. So they both are there in the room. Ram Sagar and Pavan, if you people are available in the room, please type hi to everyone so that people understand you people are also active and you are ready to support them in terms of any technical clarifications. So you can reach out them in the chat box. They will be giving. Yes. Yeah. So thanks to Siemens Hyderabad for supporting. Yeah, this is all about PLC. So PLC is like PLC is programmable logic controller. In this, you are going to connect all your field instruments, which are digital inputs and digital outputs, as inputs and outputs. And then later, we are going to communicate this PLC through this communication ports to your laptop. So one of the communication port can be connected to the laptop. By means of your programming language, you will be doing a programming of this PLC as per the logic required. So based on the logic, this PLC will take all input signals and it will read inside it. And by means of our programming, which is a ladder logic programming, so it can perform its logic and it will give output. So the output will draw your field instrument. So this is what is the advantages. It is easy to program and modify. In microcontroller, you can't modify the program. Once you written, it is written. But here you can create, you can modify, and you can do all. So this is the main advantage to the users, and it is more reliable, easy to erection and commissioning, and easier to troubleshoot. So this we call it as logic controller. This is the master of automation, I can say, at this point of time. Okay. So you can, this is the one of the latest photograph of PLC where they have shown communication ports, Profibus and Profinet and other stuff. These side modules are expansion modules for IOs. Yep. Yeah. So main applications you can use in every industry, every manufacturing industry will have PLC, will require PLC to perform their machine actions. Now, these are some of the applications: cement plant, food and beverage, and etc. Now, coming to HMI. So, HMI is like human machine interface. So, this is all about HMI. We are able to show HMI here. See, this is HMI. In this HMI, what we can do this HMI? This HMI is a communication device or a controller, I can say. Through this HMI, you can do you can start, you can stop your machine. Means you can operate your machine by means of this HMI, human machine interface. A human can interact to the machine by means of this HMI. So he can start, he can stop, he can check the values, what's happening in the machine, when it is started, when it is stopped, or graphs. You can set some parameters, recipes, and all this stuff you can make here. So this HMI is going to have one software whereby you will be having ready-made templates, your motor symbol or your drives and your tanks, your conveyors, your machines, all we have ready-made templates in the software provided by Siemens. So which you need to drag and drop that functions and that features, and then you can enable a tagging, addressing between your PLC and your HMI. So that whenever that function activates in the PLC, this HMI is going to show the status signal here, and you can monitor and control. So it is helpful for monitoring and controlling the machines. So it is useful for the operator to interact with machines. So this is all about HMI. We have different ranges of HMI, starts from 4 inches up to we have 22 inches of screen. We have touch, we have keys, we have key with touch. You can make report generations in the HMIs. You can also connect remotely and you can control it. So operating, the advantage is operation of machine will become more easy, and you can eliminate entire your control part. You can eliminate entire control desk, all that push buttons and stuff. So it is easy to identify errors. It will give you the error feedbacks. It reduces manual control. So you need not to have any manual controls like push buttons, indications, switch, selector switches and all. Yeah. So this is applications of HMI. Mainly applications of HMI is like HMI can be, yeah. Someone is said video is stuck. Hope my AV is clear. If my AV is clear, please type out AV is clear. I think one guy is Mr. Damodar saying AV is not clear. Roshan saying video stuck. Nityanand also saying error in playing video. AV not clear. Okay. Just a moment. Stay back. Don't worry. I'm just checking my network. AV is clear now. AV is clear. Video stop. Some people saying video stop. I'm just checking. I'm online. Just stay back. Video is not playing. Yep. Yeah. Hope my AV is clear now. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Yes. Yes. See, people who are facing challenges, they just go back and reconnect. I am also checking parallel in my mobile. You just go back, exit from the screen, and connect with the same link again. You'll be okay with my AV. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for uh, your feedback, replies. Yeah. Now, I'm just continue. Yeah. See, people who are still facing problem, they just go back to the home screen and then click your link again, get open, and press that start button, play button, so that you people will again start and reconnect. Yeah. So people who are still facing challenges, please try this option. Go back and check this. AV is clear. Hope my AV is clear now. Even I am also getting in my mobile. I am also able to check. Yeah. Now applications of HMI, packaging machines and bottling machines. HMI is mostly used for machine control. I can say not a big process control. It's a machine control. So one HMI can connect with one PLC, so that you can able to control your machine by means of HMIs. Problem solved. Thank you, Gopal. Hope everyone is solved with your network issues. Yeah. Now we'll move to next slide. Yeah, my next slide is SCADA. So see, people are posting some queries. My team is there in the chat box. So my team is also active in this webinar room. We have our sales team, we have our technical team, we have service team, we have our training team. We have these 4 teams available in the room. So team MKR, I request everyone to reply to the people who are putting some who require clarifications. So that I'll continue my slide, and at the end we are going to give a Q&A session. There we can discuss more technical, and I'm going to answer, and even Siemens team also going to answer all your queries. So let me just go with my flow so that others will not get disturbed. Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Yeah. So what is SCADA? See, SCADA is like a supervisory control and data equation. It means, see, it is a software basically. It is not any hardware. I don't have anything to show here. I can just simply say my screen is a best example to see about SCADA. So if you look into the screen, a operator is sit in front of system. This SCADA software is installed into your PCs, and we are going to create entire animation or graphics or screens or reports, trends, graphs, and data. However you require, whatever we can give animation like green color when it is running green, or off conditions and error indications, and report generations and all stuff. So the SCADA is a big scalable thing where you can control multiple machines, not only one PLC. You can control multiple PLCs, multiple sections. Say you might be, example, if you take cement plant, they'll be having a limestone session, crusher, stacker, reclaimer, kiln, packing application, baggage, everything. So all these subsections they can see in one SCADA, and they can monitor entire plant by sitting at one place. They can check the data, they can monitor, they can control, and they can acquire the data and store in it. You can recall the data of previous months. Say last month, what was my machine production? What went wrong? You can open and you can check. So this is very easy, and it is very scalable thing. And we can create user levels also, securities, operator level, managerial level, and higher management level. So you can create any type of animations here. We'll be having ready-made templates over there. You can just take it and give addressing, and you can do any customization. It can be interacted with your all ERPs of your existing systems, which is installed in your plants. So advantages: reduce manpower needs, monitoring and controlling from one place, and easy problem identification from one PC. So this SCADA can talk to multiple PLCs, multiple machines, but whereas HMI have some limitations. Now, so yeah, what are the applications? Applications of the SCADA is mostly they use in process industries. So it is like pharma, food and beverages, and some power plants like that stuff. Yeah. So what are drives? Now we want to discuss something about VFD. We call it as variable frequency drive. It means, see, if you want to control your motor speed, your speed and your direction, whether it is forward, reverse, or you want to control through remote, you want to monitor remote, and you need some energy saving. You need to reduce your power when there is no load on the motor. Then all these features we are going to give through VFD. So your VFD will take AC input and it will convert DC, and my DC section store the current and how much the load is required at the end. My DC again will convert into AC, and that AC current will be sending through the output of the drive. So this is an example of VFD. We call it as this is again Siemens brand. We call it as Synamics V20. So we yeah, this is all about drive, and we have this is input. Three-phase input will be connected here. Your power input power will be connected here, and your output will be taken through this UVW terminals, and it can be connected to the motor. Then through this on off, you can on off at keypad level, and you can connect your push buttons, selector switches, and all on the drive control panel board. You can control it, and through communication, you can take to HMIs and SCADAs. You can see what running it is, what speed it is running, what direction it is running, how much load it is taking, everything. You can take these drives into communication, and you can connect n number of drives, and you can control them easily. You need not to go to a motor place in the field. So this is the advantage of drives. We have AC drives, we have DC drives for different applications. Advantages are same: energy saving, speed control, direction control, and harmonics reduction. Yeah. So some of the applications, if you see, the applications are like elevator. For the beginners, we want to get basic understanding. So we have shown elevator here, and conveyors in industries, conveyors, controls. And see, if you look into other area, we want to cover three areas. What we mean to say is whether it is commercial application or industrial application or building automation, this is going to be there. Drives is going to play a key role wherever you have motor, wherever you need energy saving and control, you can install drive. It is like that. So in this building automation, we have shown 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These white color boxes are drives, and red color ones are motors. In a building, any commercial buildings, you are going to have these many motors to maintain their HVAC, heating, ventilation, air conditioning. So they need to use minimum this many drives to control and to maintain the flow. So this is just example where in a regular areas where we can use these drives. Yeah, now the interesting topic is servo, and this is the future topic we want to discuss with you. So servo is like a servo system, we call it as. It is not just servo motor or servo drive. We call it as servo system. I just want to show the servo motor first to you. This is our servo motor, and these are the two cables which we have shown in this thing also in the slide. So this is servo motor. We are going to have one is power and one more is encoder. This is a permanent magnet motor. Okay, this is so this is the AC motor only, but where the accuracy will be more and it looks very compact, and the encoder is directly fixed to the shaft of this one, so that the communication will be taken back. What speed it is rotating, what direction it is rotating, how many pulses it has rotated, all these things we are going to get the feedback by this cable, which is encoder. We have types of encoders. We have absolute encoder, we have incremental encoder, we have all these types of encoders. So whereby we will be getting a power feedback also, so that your controlling will become more easy. See, it's a combination, as I said, it is a drive and motor combination. So whenever you take servo system, it is a both motor and drive together only. We call it a servo system because each motor should talk with the similar brand of drive, and the model also sometimes should be same. So you are going to connect your power here, and the same power output will be given to the motor through this drive only. You don't connect any external power to the motor, and your communication through this communication port, you are going to connect to the motor and take feedback from the motor. So you can get all the feedbacks from the motor, and your drive will receive. Your drive will send feedback to HMIs and SCADA, so that you can see there what's happening with this servo motor. So it is like closed loop. In industry word, we call it as closed loop. So the controlling will be at two-way. You give command, it will give feedback like that. Advantages: it is low moment of inertia, high overload. It can take heavy loads, and with low speeds also it can. It won't trip. It won't. It will allow always. It is high resolution encoder with fast scanning. The scan times also very high. You will be having encoding anyway. So motion control functions, positioning, feedback. So all this XYZ axis we will be seeing. I'll just show you the application so that you can understand. Yeah, these are my applications of servo system. The main application is like cutting machine. All our CNC cutting machines are driven with servos, so where you will get accurate thing, and all other CNC machines where milling machines and other robots and other areas. So these are the main application. This is a future topic because everyone is need accuracy. Yeah. Now it is DCS. So DCS is like distributor control system. Okay, distributor control system station also we can call it as. So here, what is the benefit of DCS when compared to the PLC? See, DCS is going to handle a multiple PLCs again, multiple PLCs and multiple sections, multiple sub areas, or multiple assembly lines. So it can take entire things into one area, and where you can able to monitor and control by using your ready-made function blocks. So for each and every application or segment, we are going to have dedicated function blocks, which should only focus on analog signals. We should only focus on levels. So certain areas will be there. All these function blocks will be ready-made in the DCS. You just take that function block and activate and communicate that particular PLC. Then entire data of that particular area of that machine can be taken into DCS. You can control entire plant. So it is the master control kind of thing where you can have redundancy systems and all. So it means if something goes wrong, then you can also have one more to act immediately. So like we have shown, say suppose some area of motors and stuff fans can be connected to PLC. This PLC is again connected to DCS. So your furnace area, your filling areas, your conveyors, all this stuff can be taken to the DCS, and your DCS at high level, at plant level, is going to control and monitor everything, and you will get a good reporting system in a faster manner. So this is all about DCS. Applications of DCS, yes, it is also mostly used in pharma and power plant. Means it is in process automation, I can say, where is one interlock with another process like that. So all these areas we install DCS systems to have a foolproof solution. Yeah, now it is robotics. I just want to talk something about robotics today because see, robotics is our future topics. My servo is also fall under robotics because it is a inner product of robo, I can say. Yeah. Now robotics, I just want to give a basic definition. It is like machine controlling machine is robots. So man machine is another way, but now robot is it like machine is controlling another function. One function is controlling another function. It is machine to machine discussion, machine to machine talks. So this is basic definition of robot, I can say. And when you are using robots, see where the robots are used, first of all you need to understand. See, wherever we have limitation of manpower, wherever we can't, man cannot work at high temperature, at hazard areas, at risk zones, and at some weather conditions, man cannot able to work, but a robot can work because it will be having high temperature ranges, and it can work at low temperature, high speed, at some areas with accuracy it can work. So these are the main areas where we prefer robots to install. So it will give safety, and it will be more speed, The consistency will be more. Perfection, it will be perfect all the times, irrespective of the time cycle. And your productivity also obviously will be high. And job creation, you can do job creations in this, and increased efficiency, improved quality. These are the main benefits of robots. So I think every one of you also can have understand, but I want to tell, wherever the limitations of manpower operators, then we prefer robots. And consistent, these are the main parameters. So and see, we are the solution provider from Escava. We have been tie up with Escava. So we provide all robotic solutions with the support of Escava. So we are doing some welding applications in our own factory. We installed this robo. So this is my image. I'm just making a base programming of our robot. This we have installed in our factory for our aluminum manufacturing unit. We are using robot for welding. It will work almost 2 shifts, almost 18 hours it will work, and it will do continuous action without any change, without any improper, or without any delays. So this is the main benefit of robo. Yeah. Now robotic applications, pick and place machines and automobiles. So these are the major areas where everyone can understand. So we have shown these two areas of applications. One is pick and place, all your bottling plants, continuous pick and places, and your automobile in the car manufacturing, body weldings. It will see, you see 1, 2, 3, 4 robots installed. Each robot is having X, Y, Z, almost 5 axis, 4 to 5 axis, almost around 4 robots into 5, 20, more than 20 servos are working at different axes without any interruption. This is the accuracy level of robot. Yeah, now it's a machine safety. It's our interesting topic, and it's a future topic. We are here today to discuss all future topics. So I don't want to talk something about all old stuff or our existing stuff. We want to put something new in front of your screen. So today we brought all these future topics. See, machine safety is like a future topic. Why I'm calling future topic? Nowadays, this people, everyone is giving more preference to human lives. So see, people are get into accidents at some machinery areas. Most of the recent days also we are listening many cases. People are getting accidents with the machines. Yeah. So in this area, now see, there are some universal standards, there are some Indian standards. So universal standards like IEC 62061, and another standard like ISO 13849-1. These two standards, why we have mentioned here, these two standards is only dedicated for machine functional safety. See, now we are not talking any other safeties here. It is only in industry. What is the safety parameter? What are the standards? What we do? So it is now today, I'm now talking about machine safety, machine functional safety. So whenever you are working on machine, whenever you are doing any maintenance on the machine, whenever you are doing some production on the machine, whenever you are building a new machine, you are making a new innovation or adding some lines. So you need to consider this machine safety. While operator is working on that machine, how the guarding should be. Wherever you have rotating parts, there how the safety should be implemented. What type of risk is there? You have to first identify the risk. What is the hazard? Whether there are chances to get a finger injury, or a hand injury, or a shoulder injury, or a body injury. So you have to check this in the risk assessment area. So whereby we can find out the risk and type of risk also. So whether it is level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. And by means of this, performance level and C level, safety integrated level and performance levels, we are going to find out these two things. And by using these standards, we implement safety. We have to implement safety on the machine to protect operator, also to protect your product, the end finish of the product, and damages to the product. So these are the main advantages of machine safety if you opt for on your machines, on your industries, in industries. Okay. So we have some safety products here, like safety push button, safety switches, safety emergency stop. So here it is, what is meant by safety? What is the difference between this? Since it is going to have positive brake contacts, so whenever it is supposed to stop, it will stop at a safe condition and then stop. So if it wants to go NO to NC, then it will go to NO to NC and then stop. It is like that. So we have less time. We can't talk more about each slide because we want to cover a few slides for you to get some idea about current and future trends. So this is all. This is now instrumentation. It is also a key area. Yeah. So instrumentation is also a key area in an industries, and in all applications wherever the automation is required, instrumentation is also going to play a key role. What are instruments? Instruments are nothing but which can give you feedbacks on your level, flow, temperature, and pressure. These are the four areas at your level sensors, flow sensors, temperature sensor, pressure sensor. So we'll be having some sensors like this. Say example, this is a proximity sensor where we use to sense any object is coming near to the place. We install it wherever we require. It is non-contact. Something comes here, it will sense and it will give feedback through these cables. This can be connected to your PLC, and your PLC will get signal and it will stop that particular motor to stop because some object is come. So this is how we install. We have many range of sensors. So the first one we have shown here is proximity. Then we have contact type limit switches. If something comes and touches here, then this will go NO to NC will change, and your feedback given to PLC or drive, and it will stop that particular action. Then in the tank we have level, we have flow. So all this level and flow in the tank, within tank we need to measure. So we install this level and flow sensors, and to read high temperatures, how much temperature it is there in the tanks, then we install temperature sensor, and we install valves to on off your flow at your pipelines in an industries, process industries particular. So these are all in instruments. So instruments play a key role. Yeah. Now, this is the main slide I can say from our topic today. So this is all about Industry 4.0. So now, what is Industry 4.0? Before knowing 4.0, we should talk something about 3.0. I can tell. See, first and second is like, first is manual control, second is like mass production. We come to a relay logics and all other hardware control, I can say. Third is like our current revolution, I can say. The current revolution, which is Industry 3.0, where we have all logical controllers, where we have all PLC, HMI, drive, SCADA, servo, instrumentation in place. But here, the thing is, we have all these products to work and to perform independently. Now, see, I can say it is not so independent. It is for each function we are creating one system. For each function we are creating one system. So if for each operation sometimes we create one system. So it is like that. So the utilization of automation to the up to the availability is not done yet. So we are unable to utilize the entire technology at 3.0. People are see, it is very sad to say, or it is still people are unknown at some areas where they can make their system, their process into automation. Still people are running some relay logic system. Still people are running some big control desk. They put everything in front of them and they see the situation and they can control. So they are making still a very big mess, and they are losing their productivity, efficiency, safety, and troubleshooting, downtime, all these errors. So we have to update first. We have to utilize entire thing up to the availability, the technology in 3.0. So we are, I can say, being a system integrator, we also say we are using very less, means not up to the mark we are using in 3.0. So, but see, the demand is now to 4.0. What is 4.0? 4.0 is a future. 4.0, in 4.0, what are the systems? See, if you see this yellow color one, you can understand everything is now become remote. All your machines at local, all your robots also now becoming a remote things, and it is going to talk through IoT, and it is through cloud computing. It is going through control by mobiles. It is going to talk machine to machine, and it is going to be 3D printing. So you, if you want some object to be done, you need not to manufacture all XYZ and assemble it together. So you'll be getting a ready-made product with your 3D printing, even at higher page, you can get this. So advanced robotics, it is like you can teach it by means of artificial intelligence. It can know what should be my next action for the response I receive. So this is like advanced robots in the 4.0, I can tell. And big data analytics, whatever data we collect from all these devices, number of devices from industry, and we do analytics and then give the final report saying that this is okay, this is not okay, and this is perfect, this needs to be improved, like that. So, and Internet of Things, all small areas, all different areas, we can take on a wireless networks and then talk to them and send and receive signals. So RFID is also again wireless. You sense it, you receive signals through RFIDs, and cognitive computing is like intelligence we should add to all this data. And last but not least, cyber security. So when you go to enter cloud, when you go to mobile, when you go to machine, when you talk about analytics and all, your security is prime matter. So we have many, we have to acquire many cyber security solutions to save our data, to safeguard our data. So this is all about 4.0. So we want to put a big light on every one of you in this room about industry 4.0. So this is our today major topic, I can say. See, I can take almost 2 hours to talk about this, and soon we are going to conduct one 4.0 session. We'll be updating all of you people, and we can discuss more there about 4.0. I have less time. I need to cover other slides. So thank you. Now, IIoT. See, we are not talking something IoT here. We are now talking industrial Internet of Things. What are the IoT we can do in industries is matters. So in industry, first of all, IoT should be implemented, then 4.0 is will become easy. So see, when you take your machine, individual machine, when you take your manpower entries, when you take any motor data or your production data or your lighting, your control, your power, everything. So these all areas, first of all, we have to have a network gateways by which we can talk to all local data. You can connect one network gateway with your local instruments or machines or motors or sub areas. You can install these gateways everywhere, and first you hook up this gateway with your existing systems. Then your existing system will be now available to talk remote. So then if this is done, then it is easy to take the things into wireless, and we can collect all this data from sitting here. I can control your industry, means not industry, I mean to say I can control your machine. If you get some problem, if I want to read some data and make some analysis from your machine, from your PLC, or from your any of your area, power area like that, so we can connect that network gateway and we can talk from here. We can do monitoring and controlling. So this is just basic IIoT what I'm talking. So for which IIoT, the major part is you need to have network gateways, and you need to have that software who can take this data and do analysis. So this is all about IIoT, taking all uh, local area machines and instruments and products into a remote or a wireless into network. So this is all about for industrial Internet of Things. Yeah, now, so coming to see, now we have discussed all topics or products, I can say. So now where we are going to use all these things, sir? So I think most of the industry people know it very well, but people who are new, we just want to give some idea how much potential we have, how much scope we have if we see into our core, whether you are from mechanical background or electrical, electronics, instrumentation, mechatronics. If you are from any of these background, then you are the your best choice is this platform, which is industrial automation or industry or any manufacturing plant or unit. So see, we have we divided entire industries into two category at automation level. So one is factory, we call it as discrete automation, and one is process, we call it as all process industries like pharma, food and beverage, power plants, cement, chemical, oil and gas, water and wastewater plants. All this comes under pharma, process, and the cement, packaging machine, paper, rubber, textile, metal, automobile, all this comes under discrete automation or factory. So we have these two areas. So once we have knowledge, once we have skills, once we have background, then we have good opportunities at all these areas. So these are the areas. So before talking this, I just want to tell a small thing, a survey report to all of you. This is a small survey report. I think you people won't be able to read this, but I'll ask my team to put this link for you in the chat box. Mr. Paramesh, if you are there, better you put this market analysis information. See, this market analysis has been done by Fortune Business Insights. So this is fortunebusinessinsights.com. If you go there, if you type industrial automation market, then you will get almost 8 pages report you will get, which is recently done 2019. And they are saying like what is the global industrial automation market size was valued USD 157.04 billion in 2018, and it is expected to reach USD 296.70 billion by 2026. So exhibiting a CAGR of 8.4% during the forecast. So what they are telling, see, the current automation in a global market is like 157.04 billion, and it is about to reach 296.70 billion by 2026. See how much big area, our potential area, we all are now talking. So where we are standing, see, people already who are standing at industries, they are the most benefited people, irrespective of their experiences today. They are going to see. My team already posted this link also. It is not done by MKR, or it is not done by Siemens. It is done by Fortune Business Insights, and it is their open report. We just taken their report and we want to put a light. Yeah, see, we are going to provide PPT. We will share this video recording to you later once we complete the session. Yes, so this is all about market analysis. I just want to put one note to understand you better, how much scope we have, how big it is. And see, the beautiful thing is, if you have some knowledge about these products and topics, then if you have knowledge and skills, then you can work anywhere. So you need not to work at your local regions or local areas. You can work in the globe anywhere, because these topics and things are common. Yeah. Now here I want to stop and I want to check. I want to put a 5 minutes time for QA, and I want to answer some of the technical queries. So if you people having any technical queries, you please post. Now we, along with my team and along with Siemens team, we are here to answer your technical queries, if any. Yeah, I just scroll down this. Nice information, Devendra. Thank you. Yes, we'll share this video. Please post some technical queries on all the previous topics: PLC, HMI, drive, SCADA, DCS, servo, or robotics, 4.0, IIoT. So your instruments, sensors, controllers, machine safety. You can post anything, so that we'll just spend some time here to talk about technical and then move to applications, which is a more interesting one. Will also take you to some applications where the combinations, how the combination works, where the combination works. We are going to show you some practical things, so that where you people also can get some light. If you are from industry background, you'll get some idea, okay, where else I can improve. If you are a new thing, if you are academics background, if you are new to this automation, then you can understand, okay, what is the area of each one. Good information. Thank you. Yeah. Thanks, everyone. We are here to talk about technical. Please post your technical queries. We are much interested to see technical things. Develop IIoT solution. Does having only software and cloud side knowledge is sufficient? See, you should have both hardware and software knowledge, I can say, because IIoT is like a combination of hardware and software. You need to hook up all your hardware to your software. You need to know which hardware you need to choose, and how to connect, what can be connect, all these things. So better we should know both hardware and software. Of course, only software is sufficient, but when you want to be into only development. S7300 is possible to program with TIA portal. Yes, we can do with TIA portal. Step 7. You need to have step 7 software to do S7300. Yes, anyone? Is there any Python integration in IIoT? Yes, you can do Python integration also with IIoT. Nice session, thank you. How to present analog input in PLC program? We have to do scaling there. my team will get in touch with you, Mr. Kaushik, because it's a big topic. You need to configure your analog input, whether it is the input is matters, what type of input, whether it is temperature or PID type, or just analog input, or what it is exactly. And we have special scaling option of analog input in the PLC. So my service team, Mr. Pavan or Mr. Venkatesh, can be in touch with you, Mr. Kaushik. They can support you. I would like to start a startup in 3DP. Yes, you can start. You should know a basic knowledge, Mr. Manikrishna. You need to enhance your knowledge and skills on PLC and other stuff. Then you can easily. Does SCADA work in coal mines? Yes, SCADA work in coal mines, sir. We are installed many SCADA systems in coal mines also, but the controlling room might be different. I want to prepare program of VFD. I'm reading manual for VFD, but I want to example VFD. Yes, we can help you out, Mr. Sujit. We can help you out definitely with VFD programming. My team, service team, will be in touch with you. Team from service, you can post your email ID or contact details so that they can contact you. We'll help them. Come on, any other technicals? Yeah, yes. Communication in important in part in PLC. Please briefly explain. Yes, see, there are many types of communications available in the market. Nowadays, we people are preferring Ethernet communication. We call it as Profinet. We are using Profibus communication. We are using even OPC, means through FOC. We are also using this communication. Of course, we have a third party communication called Modbus. We can talk something on RS485, which can integrate with any types of PLCs and all stuff. Sir, we have SN200 once got diagnostics but don't have HMI. Please explain how to read diagnostics without HMI. So you need to connect with your PLC software, Mr. So that you need to get inside of your programming, and online also sometimes we can check and diagnosis. Yeah, see, now we'll move to next slides. Better because people are expecting what next. So we are going to have one more QA at the last. Stay tuned with all your queries. We will discuss now. Yeah, next slide. See, once after knowing this potential of industry, you also need to know what are the opportunities you have when you have good knowledge, when you have good skills, and when you enhance your knowledge by means of learnings or trainings. Then what are the opportunities you have? You can get opportunity as automation engineer, programming engineer, design, service engineer, technical, sales and service, automation, maintenance engineer, sales coordinator, service coordinator, project technical assistance, application. All these areas you have opportunities once you have good knowledge at all these areas. So you can also do your innovations, all your innovations of R&D, all your innovations you can bring out, and you can do, and you can get output and prototypes. Everything can be done when you have good knowledge and stuff. So you can become an entrepreneur with your ideas. If you are able to solve people's problem, then you can with this knowledge, yes, you can definitely become an entrepreneur. You can be a startup. So we are the best example. And solutions, yes, you can make any solutions. Your concepts can be implemented. You can bring your new products into the market from the existing lines, and you can also create more employment by means of your innovations and other stuff. You can also apply this into your R&D's control system and product developer, like that. So these are the some opportunities we want to put a slide and give idea. So now, what are the top brands we deal with? See, what is the market brands available? I can put like this. Of course, we also deal with this brand, but what are the brands offering all these products? So we have Siemens, we have Schneider, we have Allen Bradley, we have ABB, we have Mitsubishi, we have Danfoss, Omron, Delta, and see these two rows. I can say it is of automation brands, and the third and fourth ray is of instrumentation and safety. So Kubler, we have Shemersel, we have Atonix, we have P&F, Panasonic, Radix, and all. So these are the some brands, and where we are tied up with all these brands. We are the solution provider for all these brands. So we can offer any kind of solution, any kind of product and support. Yep. So some of our major clients, I want to tell what are the areas this automation works, this solutions works. So these are the pharma. We are with all big pharma clients. Okay, all these are our pharma area, and we are into food and beverages. All your food and beverages you can use this entire automations. And we are into paint industry. We have given many solutions. We are into water and wastewater management system. We are into big end users who are the big manufacturers. We are also offering some solutions to OEMs, original equipment manufacturers. We call it as OEMs. So we are giving some solutions to them. Yeah. Now this is some interesting area. So some of the applications we want to put across, we are given solution by means of PLC. Yes, PLC. With the help of PLC and HMI, we have done this filling and packing application in food and beverages. With the help of HMI and PLC and servo, we did this cutting machine. With the help of yes, PLC SCADA, we did this aeroplane body bending machine. The top cover bending machine, we made it for one of our OEMs. Yeah, cement, we have been giving many solutions in cement. Cement will be required more automation solutions. Drives at belt conveyors, kiln, and all other area, they use mostly drives, of course, PLC and SCADA. See, we have done some machine guarding. We did some safety solution to our clients by providing this entire safety uh, and the integration with existing PLCs and all. And we have done some water plant automations by using PLC, HMI, SCADA. Complete automation on below industries. We did end-to-end plant automation at one of our customer. Waste plastic to diesel. From waste plastic, we have generated diesel, and that entire it's a process industry. We made this PLC SCADA based solution, and then we have given some services into beer plants, which is high-end systems. We have given some breakdown supports to them, and at some glass factories, we have given total solution, which is like high-end SCADA upgradations we did from old system to latest systems. And yes, so these are the some of our applications, and these are the main products where what we deal or what we can support you, where we can help you to enhance your knowledge and skills. PLC, HMI, SCADA, drive, servo, instrumentation, switchgear, control panels, and machine safety. These are our range and services. We generally we provide, we being a system integrators, provide breakdown supports. Whenever your machine stops, our engineer will come and solve the issues on PLC HMI areas. We also provide AMCs to reduce our down times. We suggest AMCs. We come in a regular intervals. We do preventive steps, and we make your machine up and run continuously and get more reliability to the machines. Validations, we do time to time validations. We are doing more validations into pharma, and we are being issuing certificates. We are authorized to issue certificate. We have GAMP guidelines. We have 21 CFR Part 11 guidelines and all other stuff. Repairs, we also do in-house repairs to maintain our clients' machines continuous running. We are maintaining our own stock so that we support and we replace immediately. We give solution. We do upgradations. All existing systems in the industries need upgradation, because to get high performance, to get high efficiency, higher productivity, they need to upgrade their old systems to the latest systems within the same brands or out of the brands. We are supported many systems upgradations. We do retrofitting. If you have still that old relay logic or manual control, we make it automated. We do entire retrofit. We take care of control panel, wiring, system design, architecture, SOP, programming, everything. So short services, what we do: modifications, switchgear problems, drawings, redrawings, redesignings, and panel rewirings. Software issues, we fix the software bugs, and we also solve some of your field instruments errors. So this is the one area. And yes, we are into training, as I'm telling. So we are doing classroom trainings by means of our industrial experience, expertise. We are sharing our knowledge with the with the individuals, with the beginners, and with academics. So we are doing online trainings nowadays, because now the virtual world is the main thing. One moment. Yeah. Now, see, this lockdown or this pandemic, I can say, has learned a lot of lessons to all of us. So we also learned many lessons, even at this stage, being into automation. We learned many lessons. See, what are our strengths, what are our gaps we identified, and we want to increase more. We want to focus more on our strengths, and we want to increase our gaps by means of learnings, by means of enhancement our knowledge and skills. So we believe we do continuous updates. We'll be in touch with our principals, we take their guidance, we take their trainings, and we will be update to keep our client updates and to give latest solutions. So we also expect, we also believe that every one of you also have your strengths and your gaps. So identify your strength, identify your gap, and try to improve your knowledge and improve your skills at the area where you have gaps, and then get into good opportunities and get into future growth. So we have been on offering online trainings. Now the world is now looking into virtual sessions. So today we are in virtual room, and we are now talking online one to many. So the same thing is now is the future trend. So the training industries and the training market is also grown like leaps and bounds. It is a fast growing industry, and where people also getting ease of knowledge from experts like on the subjects, and we can get some knowledge at our doorsteps. So this is online trainings we are offering, and we are offering some institution workshops and projects. We are supporting live projects of industry oriented. We don't do any academics oriented. We do all industrial oriented, and we conduct free demos as part of our CSR activity. We also conduct some of our workshops and guest lectures and corporate training. We also provide corporate training to our clients. We also supply and help these institutions to upgrade their systems by supplying these kits. So yeah, now what are the courses we offered? So we offer for those of you are interested to enhance their knowledge and skill and enter into this vast industrial automation area or segment. So we have some offerings from our academics wing, and these are some of the offerings. We have 1 month course, we have 2 to 3 months courses, and we have 6 months course, and we have this box one is applicable for all working professionals. We teach them about the PLC programming, SCADA, or any specific brand also we support. We have that people with us, we have team. So we are being delivered many corporate trainings, and we are succeed there. So these are other courses we are offering into electrical area and into instrumentation, and all apart from all our standard courses, we are ready to do customized courses also into the machine safety area, electrical designing, CAD, and IIoT, Industry 4.0, AI, machine learning. So these are our range of offerings whereby we can support you to enhance your knowledge and skills by means of our expertise. Now, so see, to start with, see, these are our regular courses, but to start with, we wanted to help you with basic offerings. We today we have come out here with a special offerings. One is online course. So we are conducting an online course. Those of you who are interested, those of you are interested in this room, so they can opt for this online courses, which is just 4 days, 5 days period, and daily we are offering 2 hours online session like this live webinar sessions, and we can allow you to talk, we can allow you to show your video, and discuss a one-to-one thing. So this is all about a courses offering. We have PLC programming 5 days course, we have HMI. It is all a entry level courses, I can say. It is all about a basic courses to start with people who are interested, who want to build their careers in this automation domain and get them some knowledge and get their knowledge and skills improved and get opportunities. So we have SCADA, we have VFD, we have instrumentation, we have electrical panel designing, IoT, IIoT 4.0, machine safety, maintenance and troubleshooting. So the last course I want to put a special note. We are been offering a good stuff here in this maintenance and troubleshooting, because the maintenance engineer and the production engineer, the value of the downtime. So we don't want our client to suffer due to these breakdowns and downtimes till you get a vendor and fix that problem. So we are offering a good course here, a 5 days course, daily 2 hour session. I'll show you in the next slide how we are going to conduct this session. Yeah. So this is how we conduct this session. Day one, we teach about basics at all those areas, whatever you choose. And day two, we teach something about programming. And day three, we teach something about practices on software. We provide you a free software to you. you can install in your laptop PC, and you can do your own practice. And we can also do at fifth day, we can teach you how to do wiring in field and communication. What are the types of communications? How do we communicate? How to establish? A basic thing we can offer here, but it's a good stuff. You'll get some technical idea about this. So we are offering this course in a 4 to 5 days period, daily 2 hours. It's an online session. So hope people who are interested, we just telling them to just look into this, and we can talk more on based on their interest. So I want to get back. See, these are our courses offerings. See, serial number C01 to C010 is one kind of offerings we have, and serial number C11 is a special course which we recommend to every manufacturing industry, every maintenance engineer, every electrical engineer, every instrumentation engineer, and every production engineer. So all these people should definitely have the knowledge. We are going to provide some tips here. We are going to talk some basic troubleshooting steps for your PLCs, HMI drives, SCADA, servo, and other robots. So all these areas under your control panel. If something goes wrong, your machine shut down, then you need to be up your production by doing a small troubleshooting. So if you don't have knowledge, you can't do. You need to depend for all XYZ things on the vendor. But we want to reduce your dependency and increase your decrease your downtime, increase your production time. So we want to help you. We want to contribute out of our experience, and we want to help to the clients. We are offering this course. So how many of you are knowing? How many of you are interested to know about more about these courses? So if you people are interested, please type out interested so that we can understand, and we can give you some good offer here to opt to these courses today. So yes, these are the main. What is the content? Someone is asking what is the content you provide in these courses. So this is a page for you, Mister. You can take snapshot of this page. We have PLC programming. What we can offer here? Under HMI, what we do? SCADA, IoT. See, people who are from industry background, they can just see this slide. C11 maintenance and troubleshooting. PLC, HMI, SCADA, servo, drive. So all these areas we are going to teach you. When something goes wrong, your PLC shut off, then what you have to do. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. We will teach you all these steps uh, so that you need not to depend on the vendor. You can do all these basic steps and up your machine and get into production. So we want to help you. We want to support you. We want to create some difference among all others, and we want to make you competent also. This is our motto behind offering this particular course to every one of you. So now, how many of you want to know the offer? Yes. So whoever opt to this online courses, whatever slides I have shown, so whoever opt to these courses, so they can get an additional benefits from us. So we want to be more close to our clients, so and our people who are interested. So we want to interact with them, and we want to give some good offerings to them by means of our knowledge, by means of our expertise. So people who join these courses with us for 4 days, 5 days online session, you need not to come there. We need not to come to your place. You sit at your own place, whether it is your house or office or factory. You sit there, just listen to our courses. If you are unable to join in the same time, whatever, we are going to start these courses from third. We are planning to start it by third. Last week also we had a webinar there. We were closed many deals. So we are going to club these two webinar peoples and start a session to make more interactive like this. So from 3rd August, we are planning to start. Whoever closed the deal today by means of our offerings, and this particular offer, what I'm going to put in the chat box now, is going to active a very short time, so that you people close the deal now and get into these courses. Once you get into these courses, you are going to get all other benefits or bonus, I can say today. So one is we are going to create one Telegram group whereby we have all expertise in that group, all our brands, whatever I have shown in the previous slides. All those brand principal people are available in that group, and I am there, and my team of service, sales, training, and all other people are there in the group. Whoever join these courses, we are going to make a community of automation segment people or industrial background people. In that community, you are going to be a part of it. Why we have put Telegram group? Telegram group is able to handle more than 10,000 people, so that we can be in that group and we can talk. You can post your doubts, you can talk something about your needs, your queries, something. So someone of that expertise team will reply you, will help you, will support you, will give you hand up, so that you can create something. So we can also give access to the tutorial videos. Whoever joined this, we can give all that video, whatever content. Whether you miss the class also, we will give the tutorial video to you, so that you can go through anytime. And we can give a good soft copy, a digital document you can carry with you, and you can read it every time. So further, whoever joined a full-time courses, we are going to support them in placements. We have placed many students at our client locations. Those who gain knowledge and skills, we don't provide any placements. We are not here to provide placements. We enhance their knowledge, we enhance their skills, and then we make them competent to get placed. This is our expertise. We support like this. We don't just simply place you at some industries. We are not of that kind. And we are an ISO certified company. We also provide the ISO certification on completion of your training, and we provide live demonstration. How I have shown this PLC, HMI, drive, SCADA, like that we are going to provide a total a live thing, exposure on applications. So these are the benefits or bonus people can get who joined, who closed the deals today in the chat box. Now I want to put an offer here. Yeah. So now tell me, I want to see into chat box, how many are interested? So if you are interested in opting this courses and get knowledge enhance, please type out in the chat box if you are interested to know the offer. If you are interested, then I'm excited. Then I'll be putting some good offer to you in the chat box, a good deal, so that we can close together. So how many are interested to see the offer? Yes. Yeah. Yes, come on, everyone. So I want to see some exciting replies, so that I'll be more excited and put the offers here. Yeah. See, C11, yes, we are also more keen. Of course, all our serial number Z012, is a beginners, for beginners, and for the people who are interested out of this thing, those who want to go to the future in the same domain, they can go to C01 to 09. But those who are in industries, those who are into manufacturing, those who are into all these departments of electrical maintenance, instrumentation, production, we recommend C11. So C11 is going to be, I'm sure you will be having very good deal here in the chat box now, which is a basic thing. We just want to keep a good relation with you. We want to add some value. So we are now keeping this offer here to give some benefit and to see our clients more happy, and we want to offer this C11 course. So C11, every industries we recommend C11, and in the last webinar also we closed many deals on C11, because the deal which we have given is so attractive and people were so interested. So I just want to take back slide and then put my offer slides. Yes, previous. Yeah. So better you be here, so that you'll understand what course, what offerings we are giving. So now just look into your chat box. You will find my first offer from C01 to C10. We have offer a special offer today. Yeah, I have started offer and publish. Yes, if you can see into chat box, you can understand. See, this course, when you come to our office, or when you go to any other training institutes, they are going to offer this C01 to C10, C10 courses. If you take any course, each course they would be costing around minimum 5,000 at any place, and at our company also we are charging 5,000 to teach only basics. But now today, being a virtual session, and most of you people are showing more interested, so I just created this offer in my chat box, and I've posted based on the replies. So we want to offer a good discount here. Almost it is more than 75%, 80% we are offering, and the base price is just 1,000 rupees, which is not more than your weekend expense. See, we want to put like that only. That was our intention, because see, nowadays we are in this lockdown. We want to enhance our knowledge and skills, should be our prime motto. So we are putting this offer. So once you click this link, it will be redirected to payment gateway. You can make the payment and get back to chat box. Say whoever made the payment, they can post here so that our team will contact them and they can update you the schedules when we are starting. Mostly we are planning to start by 3rd August, a daily 2 hour session somewhere in the morning 10 to 12 or in the evening around 6 to or 7 to 9 like this. So anyhow, you need not to worry, you need not to join at the same time. If you are unable to join, you can get the recording link, you can go through, it will be with you, you can store it, you can save it, and you can go through. So this is our first offering. People who are interested, who want to start, is the price for each course or total? Mr. Bhaskar, it is for each. If you want to opt for C01 PLC programming, it is a 5-day course. You need to pay 1,000 rupees, and you can get this good knowledge and stuff here during these 5 days. So if you want to go to both C01 and 02, you need to opt both the courses, for which you need to pay 2,000 rupees INR, and so that you can also opt two courses like that. It is not for total courses. C01 to C10, it is 1,000 rupees after discount and with offers. So you can see that offer. People who are interested, they can close the deal. And now we are going to put offer for C11. I am from Nepal and can't make the payment right now. Any other option for me? Thank you, Mr. Manojji, from joining all the way from Nepal. And yes, my team will be in contact with you. You can post your yeah. My team can post their WhatsApp number. You can contact them by means of WhatsApp. We will be giving a payment, a special payment link to you people. You can directly make the payment by means of USD or anyone. Sir, after completion of our course, then we will pay and issue the certificate. It's an excited offer. We are interested. Yes, definitely, Mr. Dinesh. We are also ready to do like that, because it is not just we are confident. We are going to offer you the course, and you can join and you can see. Then later you can also pay as a special case. We can give that benefit to you, because we are confident we can add value to you, that whatever amount you pay, you will get almost 5 times of that amount worth of knowledge to you. We want to add value like that, and we want to be in relation with all of our clients. That's our motto. Yeah. Not C01 to C10. It is only one. Each one course is that price. Whatever deal we have given, it is for one course, not for all courses. It is for one course. I'm telling again, because see, whatever price we have offered, it is also a very low price, I believe, and it is a good stuff. We ensure we are more confident. Last webinar also, we have closed many deals. People are so satisfied. We can also share you the feedbacks if required. And see, now how many are you excited to know a C11 offer, which is again more interested and more excited one? I'm from Nepal. Tilak, thank you from joining from Nepal. So we'll also be help to you in joining this. Yeah, yes, we'll get back to your email ID. My team from training department will get back to you, and we'll share the payment links to you. You can make the payment. Yeah, any other questions? Now we are open to Q&A again. You can talk something about technical. Okay, sorry, I was about to. Yeah, I'm interested in C11. Yes. We are coming back for the C11 offerings. Yeah, I just want to put. Oh, good, Mr. Naveen Kumar. Welcome to our group of industrial automation people. You will get a confirmation mail from backend team of our training wing, and we will be updating you the course timings, and you can choose the module when they contact you. So based on that, we can make a schedule, and we can send you the link, webinar link, live webinar link to you. You can join at that time. Don't worry, if you are unable to join also, you can get the recording. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Excited to see C11. Yeah. So I'm just offering the C11. I need to remove this first one. See, I can offer only one. So I'm just offering C11. Start, publish. Yeah. See, just look into it. C11. C11, generally we charge around 10,000 rupees INR for completion of this maintenance and troubleshooting course. When you come to our office, we have offline course here. But now, during this lockdown, during this pandemic, we want to help our clients, help individuals to enhance their knowledge and to decrease the down times of their machines. So we are offering just 5,000 rupees, which is not even a service call which you people pay to the vendor. So this is not the cost matter. This is the value addition what we need to do here. So our intention is see, because we are charging less amount, because see, if we teach this free, then no one is interested to learn. So we want to put some basic amount and get people who are serious people. They just join into these courses. I know very well. So who are serious, we wanted to teach them. Who are not serious, we want to teach only a content or awareness things. So this is C11 offering. So people who are having any doubts at C11, they can post their queries here. We, along with my team, are ready to answer your queries. I am manufacturer, want chance my knowledge in feedback system. Please suggest me course. Definitely, Mr. Tejas. My team, Mr. Paramesh, who is in charge from training, can guide you well. And by tomorrow, they may be contact within a day or two, and they can guide you. Please share the payment gateway for Nepal. Yes, Mr. Sahaj, thank you for joining from Nepal. We will share you definitely the payment link. Thanks for showing interest and believing on us. Hope this webinar session is added some value to all of you people, and we want to add more value in the upcoming webinar sessions, which are free webinar sessions. We'll be giving notification to all the mail ladies whoever joined in this room today. So we want to, yes, talk something, sir. Given C1 to C10, please. Yeah, Mr. Vamshi. Yes. C1 to C10 payment done. Suresh, thanks for your payment. Yeah, we will be contacting you. You will get a confirmation mail from our team. Sir, I have completed the industrial automation certification course already, because of which I am quite concerned that how to webinars will help us. Hope, Mr. Pranay, you got some knowledge updated from this webinar. That is our motto. We want to put some views on future technologies. That's our motto. Hope we fulfilled. And we are also offering some more free webinar sessions on machine safety, PLC, and all. We'll be updating you. You can join freely. We don't charge anything to do these webinars. Yeah, please reduce C11 fee. Mr. Suresh, if you are from industry background, you'll be able to understand the worth of it, what the stuff we are going to teach you. See, what each one of our tip is cost you more than that price. That I know very well, and that we industry people also know very well. But we don't want to make it commercial. We want to really add value to our customers. So we are making clear, and it should be a nominal thing to get only seriousness, and to add some value. We are here. So hope we have given best. Suresh, my team will contact you, uh, and we can discuss. Sir, I am from mechanical maintenance team from Toyota Industries. Does your C11 content? Definitely, if you are from maintenance, definitely it is going to be help you, Mr. Aditya. No doubt about it. All this stuff, irrespective of your industries, you need to know it. Whether you have one machine also, the C11 is going to help you. Whether you don't have any automation things also, your C11 course is going to help you in enhance your knowledge and skills. And you'll be helpful to your organization also, and you can add some value to yourself and to your organization. I'm sure about this one. C11 fee registration and fee link. Yeah, I think already in the offer, once you see the chat box, you can click that, so that Mr. Suresh, it will be taken to the payment gateway. You can make the payment and get back here, confirm in the chat box, so that our team will contact you. I'm also, yes, Venkatramana. You can just click that course. See, C11 is a benefit thing out of all our courses. So last time we did many deals closed in C11 itself. That's why I'm more interested in C11, because all our clients will get benefit out of this C11s. So for any, see, now we are open to talk some technical queries also here. Let's make this session more technical. Okay, people who are interested, they can go to these payment links, and they can make the payment and just get back here, get confirmed, so that we'll be in touch with you shortly, and we'll be updating the timings also. So please talk some technical queries here. We are ready to talk some technical. We'll be discussing more about technical things. Is there any process automation online training? Yes, we have process automation online training, Mr. Surendra. if we can know which process you are working for, then we can suggest you that particular courses which can help you in your future and into your organization by adding value to both. Is there any downside to IIoT? No, I didn't get your question properly, but see, IIoT is a future topic. You'll be having more future scope, I can say. You can get much opportunities when you have good knowledge on IIoT. So we want to see some technical stuff. Please post your technical queries. We are ready to offer. If you people are facing any challenges at some technical areas, or if you have any queries in this entire slides, then you can let us know. We are happy to help you. We will be giving information. Yeah, see, we are posting feedback links. We also send you by mails. Whoever give their feedbacks, we are going to issue a certificate to them, because we need to improve ourselves time to time. So we need all your feedbacks so that we improve ourselves and we come up with good webinars in the near future, and we add more value to you. Our intention is to add more value to you people. So people, those who are interested, they can opt for these courses and they can enhance their knowledge. This is a good platform where, with our knowledge and expertise, with our principal support, we try to add more value to you in terms of technical. Can IoT be installed in medical devices? Definitely. That only thing is that medical devices should be able to communicate with our devices. It should have some feedback signals or some communication gateways, so that we can able to integrate with your medical device and take this device as a remote access. How to connect HMI PLC? Where is that? Yeah, how to connect HMI PLC SCADA to field equipments. So you may not connect HMI, but yes, you can connect your PLC. You take whatever your field instruments, you take your hardware connection to the PLC, whether it is digital, whether it is analog, whether it is what kind of instrument is matters, Mr. Dinesh. So based on that field instruments, we can suggest you, but definitely your field instruments can be connected to PLC, and your PLC will be given the same information to SCADA, also HMI. You can monitor and you can operate from SCADA and HMI, but the connection should be done to the PLC. And yes, it can be done. Pay later option is with ICICI Bank only, sir. I am having SBI Bank account. Please provide with me SBI Bank option. Okay, my team will get back to you, Mr. Gopal. Any added CNC course in any class? See, we are not adding any CNC at this point of time, Mr. Suresh, but yes, future we are going to conduct one CNC webinar with one of our CNC partner. There we will definitely let you know, and we'll try to give some offerings over there also. Yeah. Aditya. So, sir, can I get good placement assistance if I pursue C11? See, if you have some background, then yes, there are chances, Mr. Aditya. But see, if you are more concerned about placement by knowing this knowledge, we have other course offerings. My team member, Mr. Paramesh, will be in touch with you, or Miss Nagamani is also there in the chat box. So any one of them will be contacting you, Mr. Aditya. They can help you out. All PLC communicate use Modbus. Yes, Mr. Raja, most of the PLCs are with Modbus supporting, because it's a third-party communication. Every PLC will be having some of the other port or some expansion module to the PLC, whereby you can connect through Modbus. Please provide me SBI Bank pay later option. Yes, Gopal, my team will be contact you. Please take it Tamil, sir. Sanjeev ji. So we are more familiar in English because we want to be communicate to everyone in a common way. So we are now following English. But yes, we have a team member. We'll try to add them into the webinar to talk in Tamil. Thank you. Yes, we'll try to improve that. It's a good feedback. We'll also add some of the words. Can we add IIoT for robot cell? Yes, you can add IIoT. You can take robots also into remote communication. There are chances. If you are more keen about that robot, you have existing robot, then definitely Mr. Prasad will help you out. Thanks for such information session. Thank you, Milind Patil. Thank you so much. You are welcome. It's our pleasure. Can Arduino communicated with PLC and HMI device via serial communication? Mr. Sahaj, we need to know the existing your Arduino details so that we can be able to help you which communication it will support. But it will support one of the other communication. We'll check if you can provide more information. My service team will be in touch with you, Mr. Sahaj. They can help you. How to program field equipment or instrument. See, you need not to program any field equipment. Your field instrument, whether it is sensor, whether it is limit switch, you need to add to your PLC by means of hardware or by means of a remote connection, so that your remote your field instrument is connected to the PLC, and you'll be writing program into the PLC. So your program written inside the PLC is going to control or take signals from your field instruments. So you need not to write any program to the field instrument. Field instruments are connected to the PLC, which is logical control, and then make the programming as per sequence required. What are the main requirements to start a automation company? You should have the knowledge and the stuff, and bit of experience is added advantage to you, Mr. Dinesh. Yes, thank you for response. Yes, thank you. Welcome. Thanks for the session. Yes, it's our pleasure. Karthik. See, any technical queries, please let us know. We have around 18 minutes time left. Automatic after 18 minutes, the session is going to end. So if anyone is facing any challenges at payment links or any slide to be repeated or any topic you want, any discussions, then definitely we are going to help you out. We are here along with our team today, even at late hours. And thanks everyone, even during evening hours, after your work time also, you people are shown very good interest, and almost more than 200 people are joined in the live webinar. Thanks to all of us. Thank you. Yes, welcome, Mr. Dinesh. Interesh, welcome. Tilak, welcome. It's our pleasure. Feedback link, my team can post you feedback link, Mr. Ravi Kumar. You can fill out. You will get certificate as soon as possible. Sir, please provide me with SBI Bank Pay Later option. My team will get back to you. I need Telegram link for technical discussion. Definitely, Suresh. Once you join any one of our course here, then definitely you are going to be added into Telegram link. You can post as many as technical queries over there. Can you share the PPT? We may not share PPT, but we can share the video so that you can go through. Venkat Ramana, IIoT, explain once. Industrial Internet of Things is helps you to connect all your local field equipment or machines or controllers to talk to remote. You are going to provide one network gateway, such as say suppose this is one network gateway. You have PLC, you have some instruments, you have some mechanisms which is working on the machine. This network gateway is going to hook up with your existing controllers or systems or hardware by means of hardwiring, and then this network gateway will be given a internet connections, say a static IP oriented, and then this network gateway will send the signals to your remote software or cloud or remote controllers, and by which you can be able to take your local network into the remote. So this is a basic about IIoT. We have different types of modules, gateways, softwares, and we can do more insights over there. And we have a good hardware, high-end hardware. In Siemens, we have called edge systems, so which can support to take entire your local networks to the remote. We have something called edge. Next webinar, please take basic troubleshooting and maintenance. Definitely, Mr. Dinesh, we will try to take some of the portion of maintenance as a webinar, and it should add some value to you. Definitely, we'll do that. We'll take seriously this point as a feedback, and we'll move on. Thank you for the feedback. Thanks for all the information, sir. I'll definitely contact your team regarding course and payment. Thank you, Mr. Aditya. Thanks for your courtesy. Sir, what way is best in a control system, remote or sensor. See, yeah, I'm having only 15 minutes time, and here it is showing me a caution notice. I'll spend 15 minutes to answer all your queries, your challenges. Sir, if any links, sorry. Yeah, what way is the best in a control system, remote or sensor? Control system, what kind of control system, Mr. Dhanush Kumar, you are looking out? See, if you want to take some field signals, then it is sensor. Then if you want to take entire system or a multiple functions to be controlled, then we recommend control system, which might be a PLC or something else. So it depends on the parameters, it depends on the needs, it depends on the requirements of your uh, application. So that based on that, we can able to suggest whether it is sensor or it should be a control system or a network gateway can help you out. So here my technical team will help you out for getting more information from you, Mr. Dhanush. Sir, if any links for your upcoming webinar, send me links, sir. Definitely, Mr. Dinesh, whoever joined into this room, all our future webinars, they are going to get the links. Soon we are going to offer many webinars, free sessions. We'll be sending to everyone. Difference between PLC and DCS. I know this question will rise in each one of our webinar. So see, PLC can control. Of course, nowadays the PLC is almost equal to DCS, I can say, but there are some limitations in the PLC where you may not able to do a ready-made function blocks where it won't be. You need to create each and every analog scalings, each and every applications you need to write a program into PLC, and PLC having some limitations at data storages and do some insights. But whereas in PLC, you can control one sort of section or multiple remote IO stations. But all these controllers, master controllers, can be taken into DCS, and your DCS can talk to these master controllers. And by using ready-made function blocks, which are predefined already, you just take that blocks and hook up this particular master controller with one function block area, and where you can do monitoring and control, take required data, do insights, and get into your ERP systems, and monitor and control in a bigger way, and in a foolproof system, and you can get every function so enabled over there. So we are going to conduct one DCS webinar also, where we'll be intimating you. You can talk more about that in that session. Yeah. Is there right? Thank you, Vijay Power. Welcome. Vaibhav Sri Khande, please share course offer in descriptive manner so that we will get aware about course content and time interval, whether you will offer a free PLC or any programming app or something else. Please clear. Definitely, Mr. Vaibhav, it's a good question. Actually, you would have asked this question in the beginning so that other people also get my response. Here we will, as per your request, we are going to send you the detailed content under each course. My team member, Mr. Parmesh or Miss Nagamani, will be contacting you. They'll be sending detailed information anyhow, but I'll just try to clarify this here to so that other viewers also will get understand. See, we are going to teach a programming thing also. It is not just basics. See, we can't talk much about basics more than half an hour. So within half an hour, we'll be finishing all our basics. So then we enter into some area of programming, and we teach some basic steps: how to use timer, counter, how to take input, and how do you connect outputs, all this stuff, so that you people understand what is what, how do we do basic programming, how to do the programming, upload, download, communications, and do small change, generate one error, like that. So all this stuff we are going to teach you in PLC or HMI, whatever course you take here. We definitely teach you something more than basics, I am sure. And we are very much sure we are going to create more value than the money what we are charging you here. So, and we also provide software to you, a free software where you can have practice, where you can do practice in your laptop. We suggest laptop. Apps, yes, we have some apps, but apps are not going to make much value addition to you. We recommend a PC or a laptop, and we can clear. whether you will offer any PLC. Yes, we offer some PLCs. Say suppose example, we try to offer Siemens or Delta, because the software part should be clear to you. So that's why we choose some of the brands, some selected brands. We teach you by the choice of the users. So this is how this course is going to conduct. Hope Vaibhav, you got some more clarity than earlier slides. When to get this webinar certificate? Once you fill up this feedback within 2-3 days, my team will send you this e-certificate, Mr. Tilak. You can just fill out the feedback link. Mr. Tilak, any PLC writing software providing you, sir? Yes, we are providing you PLC programming software to you. We send you soon, Tilak. What is Industry 4.0? See, whatever slides we have discussed in 4.0, it's going to be a bit more in the 4.0. We teach you what is 4.0, what are the trends, how do we select or which application, which one is suggestible, like that we talk about 4.0. It's an in detailed thing, an overview kind of thing, whereby you are not able to control that. You need to know some PLC and SCADA and HMI stuff. Then 4.0 you can do some hands-on later on. Within 1 week we will forward certificate. Yes. Okay. Had you sent the feedback link? Yes. Here, Mr. Vijay, we have this green color is our feedback links. You can click. Thank you for explanation. I will contact Mr. Parmesh. Yes, Vaibhav, you can contact. Welcome. Yes, again we have posted feedback link. People can type out and they can fill out. Yes, I have 8 minutes left. Still, if you people are facing any challenge somewhere in the links, please post here. We will help you out. We are there along with our team MKR. Yeah. Any technical queries or anything about all these slides you want to know? Please let us know. We are here with energy and we want to answer all your queries till another 7 minutes 30. Thanks for the answers. Yes, Raja, thank you. Welcome. So we thank everyone who joined this session and made this session so beautiful one and a grand success one. Yeah. Anything? Electrical panel designing, please tell sir. Mr. Gopal, we are going to teach you the electrical panel, how to select the panel, what are the electrical input at three-phase, what you should select, at control gear, at relays, like that stuff, and at wiring, what you have to take. All this stuff our service team is going to take care. We will teach you what things we are going to cover, and your panel sizing also, how to take your panel sizing. All this stuff will be able to teach you there, so that you will get some idea to select your control panels. Best PLC brands, I can say all are best at their level, Mr. Raja. It's quite a logic question, but yes, we are here to answer. Every brand is best, I can say, at their level, because every brand is having their own features. Every brand is catering to their some particular applications. They are special, they are unique. So like that, if you see, every brand is a best brand, I can say. It is all depends on our application need, application requirement, and we are here to help you out to choose the best brand to your applications. I should answer like this. So past how many webinars conducted by IAS? See, we have conducted webinars more than, I think during this lockdown, we have conducted, not, I myself was there in front of screen for more than 20, I think so. And with social media, we have started very recently. It was very less, and we are posting all our updates in our Facebook and LinkedIn. So I'll just take you to my contact page. People can follow us in Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram. We are more active at these areas. So we'll be responding you within 24 to 48 hours on whatever queries you post there. So I have only 5 minutes left. So still, if you have anything, please, sir, send the certificate link. Certificate, once you fill up the feedback link, Mr. Dhanush, you will be getting certificate by reply mail. Okay. Yeah. So we have posted our LinkedIn direct link. You can click it and you can follow us. You can join to our page to get latest updates. You can also, our team also can post this Facebook page. So people already who joined through Facebook, they can like, they can follow us so that they'll get all future webinar notifications to them. Sainath Venkata, thank you. Welcome, Sainath. Yeah. So we want to thank everyone whoever joined this session, and we want to thank our principals, Siemens, who joined us even during late hours in the evening. So we are thankful to each one of our team member who made their contribution in this room and help all our viewers in all the queries up to their knowledge at best. So we also want to thank each one of you whoever joined in this webinar, and we want to be added more value to you. Hope we have added value to you, but with your feedbacks, with your guidance, again in the near future webinars, we want to add more value by improvements based on your feedbacks. So thank you, sir. I'm the follower in your LinkedIn. Okay, Dinesh, good to know. So you keep updated with us, Mr. Dinesh, so that we'll be sending all the latest updates to you. You can join. Yeah. So anything else? Anyone? Any queries? So people who made the deals close today, we want to thank them specially. So thanks for having confidence on us. Hope we have added some value here. You people got belief on us, and we are also thankful to these people who close the deals across this webinar in a live. And we definitely add more value in those courses and those webinars. Good night. Yeah. So I want to thank everyone and want to end my session. Obviously, it is going to be end within 2 minutes. The counter is showing me time, 1 minute 50 seconds. So thank you. We want to thank everyone who joined and who stayed till the last hour, last minute with us, and posting all the good interactive. We end of day we have made entire session as a good interactive one as like our previous one. So we thank you each one of you who joined into this webinar today and made this session more successful. Thanks to MKR team, thanks to Siemens, and thankful to all of us for being with high energy and being with more patience even at this time. Thank you, Mr. Aditya. By seeing this comment, we feel happy. Our motto is to add more value here. Yes. So it's our also responsibility because we want to contribute something to the people to enhance their knowledge and skills. We know the value of it. We know the worth of it. So we being a technical people, we want to do this. Yeah, it's our pleasure, Mr. Jackson. Yeah, Dinesh, thank you. Welcome. Yeah, Sanjeev ji, I'll have to learn Tamil. Okay, I'll learn some Tamil words for you definitely because you have been requesting many times. I'll try to learn something and try to add more things in a Tamil so that you people also get some idea. Yeah, Akshay, thank you. Welcome. So I'm going to end the session. My webinar is automatically going to close. So thank you everyone. Thanks for joining session again. Have a safe stay healthy, stay safe, stay home. Thank you. Bye bye.